Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Monday. Happy Monday, all. You know, I was looking outside. I just love spring. I love the trees getting their leaves back and the sun. I just love it. There's some days where it's not sunny here. I'm in Tennessee, so there's some days it's cloudy, but when it's sunny and everything's turning green or almost all the way green, it's so nice. Okay, I'm going to use the Barbier Tarot today for the daily reading. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot for clarifying. Keep it the same for a little bit. I love the Barbier for some reason. Getting really attached to it. I haven't used my Somnia for a while. Maybe that's a thought. Let's get going. So, current situation. 8 of Cups, present influence. 2 of Wands, future influence. 7 of Cups. Really having like the 8 of Cups, wanting to walk away. 2 of Wands, making that plan. 7 of Cups, looking at all your choices. Unexpected. Again, though, 2 of Swords, that's not that unexpected, I don't feel like, with the 7 of Cups sitting there and the future influence, but maybe there's something that is more to that. We'll see. Challenge. 3 of Cups. Maybe some kind of gossip. I don't know. Just putting it out there. Strength. Whoa, not both. Knight of Swords. Where does this lead? Strength. Ugh, 9 of Swords. Temperance. Anything after that? Okay, Queen of Cups. Ugh, 3 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Yeah, you're done with this. This is something that's made you sad. I feel like there's a lot of doneness here. But there's something too with this situation that even though you're done, it's kind of like it weighs on you a little bit. There's something here that's weighing on you. I need to figure. I can't figure. I like the camera because I love the fact that I don't have to have a microphone, but I can't stand seeing that camera go all over the place. 8 of Cups is your current situation, you know, walking away from something. With the 2 of Wands, though, I feel like with those two together, we're really getting a plan going on here. I feel like it's more settled. Like, okay, I got to do this. Like, this is it. I feel like it's probably been on your mind for a while, especially when we've got that 9 of Swords out there. I don't like the 9 of Swords, but you know, it's just about overthinking too. I think I don't like it because I have personal issues with anxiety. So when I see it, it's like, okay, I've had enough of that, you know, but it can just be overthinking. It can be things not working out quite the way you want them to. So you're, you know, overthinking it. But let's talk about this 2 of Wands first. No, you know what? Yeah. 2 of Wands. I feel like the 2 of Wands are the plans for the 8 of Cups, but let's take a look at it. 2 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. 2 of Wands. So, oh, just a sec. Let me pull an advice card before I forget. Advice, please. Let me put it over here. I like to have it out there, too, because it kind of helps with the reading. So, Page of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Excuse me, it's 10 of Wands. So, yeah, the 2. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, right? The working hard. I feel like it's working hard. There's something about getting past this disappointment, and I think that's what the work is moving forward. But it's been pretty heavy, so this situation's been really weighing on you a lot. Like the 10 of Wands is pretty heavy energy, and it's just like, you know, is everything worth it? You know, I'm just I don't know. So that's the plan, I think, to deal with this heaviness, this disappointment. You know, and this 2 of Wands, it's like they show struggle here a little bit too, like because they're both have the serpent around them. You know, it's like, I don't know, a feeling of I'm done. I gotta move on. And that's what it is. Um, Getting past that 10 of Wands burden. The disappointment's been harder on you than you thought it would be. Again, going back to that 3 of Swords, there's definitely something that's kind of going on here that doesn't feel real good for sure. Tell me about the 8 of Cups, please. Tell me more about this 8 of Cups. 8 of Swords, King of Cups, 5 of Wands. Yeah, I mean, it could be about you're just tired of being stuck. There's some kind of conflict with somebody, I feel like, with the King of Cups and the 5 of Wands there. Like there's somebody where there's been some conflict or not fight, but definitely don't disagree. There's there, but it's I think it's more than that too. It's not just like a bicker. It's just there's just it doesn't work, you know. However, you know that and I think you're done being stuck with it. The 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Cups is walking away from just I'm over it. I'm stuck because it is a stuck feeling. And the nice thing though is the 2 of Wands is a movement card. At least it's saying this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. This is how I want to get there. The 7 of Cups is in your future influence. And, you know, it's about, so when I look at the 7 of Cups, you know, not only is it about choices, it can be a little bit daydreamy too. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. It feels kind of daydreamy to me. Like there's going to be a point where you're just going to kind of, to be honest with you, it feels like reminiscing. And that's okay. It's not a 6 of Cups, I know, but it gives me the feeling of that. And and I say that too because of the unexpected 2 of Swords up there. So tell me more about this 7 of Cups, please. Queen of Wands, the Magician, the High Priestess. Wow. The Magician and the High Priestess. That I don't trust. Okay, I'm sorry, but there's like a big forewarning there. But I do feel like it's it's almost it's almost like, yeah, I feel like there's some kind of, are you fooling yourself? And that's like, you know, you want this passionate thing that's making you happy or that did make you happy, doesn't anymore, it makes you sad. But I think this is, yeah, definitely you're fooling yourself here, even with the 7 of Cups. Like, yeah, I've got choices, but you keep kind of going down the same path. Excuse me. And I feel like that with, you know, looking at these two together, there's something I normally don't see this with the Hierophant, but I do here. There's something with that Magician coupled with that Hierophant and that 7 of Cups going, you know, stop trying to fool yourself. Come out of this, you know, come out of this make believe almost. And I'm not trying to be hard, but it feels like it's that kind of message. And I think that's what you're thinking about, though. You know, do I just keep daydreaming and think, oh, this is so wonderful. Oh, it was so good. Maybe look at the real, you know, what really happened. What really happened? It's really easy to look back and just see the good and the happiness and the joy. Go back and look at the other things. Take a closer look. Tell me about the 2 of Swords. What are the 2 of Swords and the unexpected? You know, putting down a sword. Which one do I put down? How do I do that? What decision do I make? What is this 2 of Swords about? But for some reason, it's unexpected, and it may be unexpected in a good way. Like maybe something can switch your attention. Tell me about the 2 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles again, and the Page of Wands. Um, okay, so it's the path you need to decide. So that it's interesting to me to have 2 pages of 2 different suits. Which way do I go? How do I want to do this? The 5 of Pentacles says, yeah, time to take a different path. I know this. That's why I need to make a decision here. Do I move forward and really focus on something with intent and really try to generate something? Or do I just say, done with it, I'm moving on, I'm going to do XYZ? No thought, you know, so there's that 2 different energies and they're completely different. that solid, work hard. I'm not saying that fire doesn't work hard. They do work hard actually, but they're just more apt to go and do. Where the Page of Pentacles is going to contemplate and think about it and take the right steps and really, go through it. Now, I will say with the Nine of Swords there, maybe overthinking isn't the way to go, right? Because if you're an overthinker anyway, then maybe it's just take action. Sometimes action helps us get through that anxiety. It's because we can have anxiety when we're having choices. So we have the Three of Cups in the challenge, and I'm going to clarify this guy because I don't know. It feels to me like there could be. I feel like whatever the situation is, it's difficult because there's also some kind of celebration that is goes along with this. Tell me, please don't. I did. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. And I definitely don't like to, if I bend over, then it's all over, the camera's all over the place. Okay, tell me about this Three of Swords, please. Or Three of Cups, I'm sorry. Three of Cups. Knight of Cups, Five of Wands. See that? We had the King of Cups with the Five of Wands, the Six of Swords. Maybe there is something where you may have to come face to face. Because the Six of Swords can be about travel, but it could be going towards something. I feel like too that even though you know that there's conflict here and struggles, Knight of Cups with the Five of Wands, it's still hard for you to move forward. It feels like too, in some cases, maybe it's hard. You need to find a different group of people and that's a challenge, or you need to go out and do something different and that's a challenge. When we have something focused on one thing, it's not like we have to change our whole life, but maybe we need to mix things up a little bit and get out of the routine. And that might be the challenge as well, just getting out of the routine to get your mind off of what's happening here. And sometimes that's huge, just getting out of that routine. But I like this because it says you can. The Knight of Swords, it comes in really, really quickly. I also feel like this may be another opportunity that comes in that helps you. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords. That's what I feel like. I feel like there's something that's going to come in, and I don't know that you'll realize it right away, but it does lead to something good. It takes a little bit to get to that Queen of Cups, but it happens. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Lovers, Star, and Wheel. So yeah, something is coming back around. And this could be, it's going to take your mind off the situation for a minute. But I feel like it's letting you know that I feel like things are going to be okay. But there's something in the next couple days that makes it feel like it's not okay. So you're kind of like, it's hard. But again, we're going back to that Nine of Swords. And this reading feels like a Nine of Swords reading. I mean, it just does, because it feels like, oh, I got to do something. I got to do something. And sometimes, yes, you got to do something, but it's not like change everything. It's just do something to take your mind off of it for a while. I don't know, go out and go shopping, or go listen to some music, or take a walk, or just do something out of the ordinary, like get out of your schedule, or your routine is better to be better. So then we have, what does this do? It leads to Strength, Nine of Swords, and then Temperance with the Queen of Cups. So the Nine of Swords goes to the Temperance, which I like because that means things will settle in and settle down. And it does end here with the Queen of Cups. So there is something coming back around that will make you feel good. And keep in mind, these are short spurts. This is daily. So this is going to happen, but it can change up, right? It's going to be more quick. So we do have Strength here. Keep in mind, this is in this deck, the Strength and Justice have the switched numbers. So I do feel like here it's saying, hang in there. Like, you're going to be strong. You're going to be, also there's something here that maybe you'll get back your confidence for a little bit here, You might be feeling very confident. And then it goes to the Nine of Swords. I'm going to clarify this Nine of Swords. What's causing this Nine of Swords? It just may be overthinking. If this situation is coming back around, you may start getting worried about it. Like, am I going to, just keep getting into the same old, and so I'm going to stress about it for a minute, overthink it. Definitely overthink it. If this is a new, I feel like it's coming back around, had to do with that. Whatever was clarifying it. Now I know that there was the Knight of Cups and no, um, the wheel. Anyway, lovers. So, what is this Nine of Swords? You just might be overthinking it. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, death, justice. I think that there has been a lot of focus on changing and making things right for yourself. It's not a judgment or a justice as far as any legal matters, but I feel like, okay, with that Eight of Pentacles, working really hard. The Death card is that the change, the growth, you know, um, making changes and really working hard on that. But I feel like that the Nine of Swords revolves around this Justice card, in the sense that I want to make things right, or I want things to be made right, right? So that can cause you stress. Keep in mind, like, the divine doesn't always make things right in the way that they were wronged, right? So karma, like, and we all believe it differently, but like, I think of it as someone may steal from me. It doesn't mean they're going to have someone steal from them. Their karma is, this is how the stealing affected me, then they get that same effect. It's like, it's not eye for an eye, it's more, this is how it felt, you're going to get that same feeling. And it might not be theft for them, where they could care less if something was stolen, right? But if you do XYZ, that would really bother them. So that's what I feel like. It's not necessarily exactly the same. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords. Did I do that? Now that I talked about it, I don't know. Well, we'll do it again. So we did Two of Pentacles and then the Five of Cups with the Ace of Wands. I mean, that does feel like, with the Two of Pentacles, kind of focusing on something that's disappointed you, and knowing that you need to take a new, I think what this actually is about, do you really want to take that new Ace of Wands energy and move forward, because you're understanding what was disappointing to you. You've seen it. Two of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. Two of Pentacles is focusing maybe on something and focusing on what you've lost, and then should you do this? But I feel like this Ace of Wands feels like you should. I do. So then it goes to the Temperance, and I like that because I feel like that definitely leads to some balance here, and then followed with the Queen of Cups. Let's talk about, I'm gonna skip the Temperance for right now, because I feel like it kind of leads to you kind of coming into balance with your own self. It goes from the Nine of Swords, you kind of heal through that, and it's taking you to the Queen of Cups. Keep in mind, that does not have to be a female person. It could be, I feel like it's you. So it's not necessarily female. It's the Queen of Cups. Cup courts are very empathetic. They feel a lot. They're easygoing overall. They, I think that's more the king than the queen, but she's definitely. But I feel like it's more how you feel, not how you act. So I feel like you're going to be in a good heart space here. I feel like you're going to be fulfilling some needs that you have. Queen of Cups, please. Eight of Wands. There's that darn Nine of Swords, King of Swords. So, okay, so there is going to be something that comes in from someone else, that king, but I feel like the Eight of Wands is a message. Yeah, it may have something to do with stress, but I feel like this Queen of Cups isn't the stress. This is a situation that it's reminding that to you, that's going to make you feel better. So if there was a situation with this a king, um, a person, not necessarily a king, that again, we're going back to that conflict. There were sharp words or something happening here. There's something that's going to make you feel good. So even though there was stress about this situation in the past, even a couple days ago, you're going to get a message that is going to allow you to understand something better. And I feel like that's too, the King of Swords could have been this other person. It also could be the understanding that you get a message that allows you to understand that Nine of Swords energy that you felt and the stress that you felt and how you felt. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the advice. I'm just reminded to, you know, understand and be proud of what you've done and understand what you've done. Um, I think too, you know, I don't know, it's about being confident, about understanding, about taking care of yourself. Be sure to take care of yourself and those that you love, the ones that, your family, your kids, your siblings, your parents, whatever, or even your good friends that you consider, right, family without blood, right? But those type of people, make sure everything's good. Keep your work in check. Keep your home in check. It's like, don't worry about this fluff. I feel like this might be fluff. Yeah, it's good fluff, but it's fluff. Maybe, but for some of you. And it's not that it's not important. So I don't want to say, oh, it's fluff and it's not that important. It is important to you. But it isn't, is it important to survival? And is it important enough to let go of all of the things that you've accumulated along the way, these good friends, your family, your home, your job? If you focus on that maybe for a bit and let this kind of happen the way it's supposed to happen, then, not putting too much energy into it might help with that anxiety piece of it. So there you have your reading. Please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help. Take care and have a beautiful day.